and try and die in the effort, which you will. Wait now. You just said fight it. Yeah, I did. But if you do, be prepared for what? And you have to, as you are prepared to die, you have to be prepared to take life. But stop a moment. That's what brings God into the picture. He said, the battle is mine. Vengeance is mine. He's come to fight it. He's come to destroy it. He's come to force it away. Michael Brown dead. And the minute Michael Brown's dead, we saw the man killed with his arms up. My God. Let's take it before the grand jury. Who's the grand jury? That's the brother of Darren Wilson that just killed our brother. The prosecuting attorney was the brother of Darren Wilson. Here, I hate black people. A black man killed my father. I hate you people. So a verdict or a decision comes down, we're not going to indict Darren Wilson. And what did our people do? They went out in the streets. Why did you go out in the streets? Because you want justice. And I saw our babies, our little girls, 16, 17, 18 years of age, challenging the police. I saw when Reverend Jackson went down there. He said, get on out of here. I don't agree with that. I'm not lying to you. I don't want you to disrespect the elders upon whose shoulders you are standing. You are better than they are, but you are who you are because they were who they were. You may not respect Reverend Jackson, but if you took time, which you don't have time, to look at the good that has been accomplished by Reverend Jackson on all our behalf, you would not disrespect your elder even though you're not willing to follow him. Now, I'm going to tell you something. See, you're different than your parents. Parents, you're losing your children because you're Pharaoh's Negro. I want you to behave. I want you to be good. And I want you to go to school and get your miseducation. I don't want you bothering these police. See, you make your children weak in your loving desire to protect them from what you know is out there. You're a wise mother. You should protect your young. That's natural. See, poor Mayor de Blasio. He's a white man that married a black woman. Just stop there a minute. Ask the rest of them in the police department who are coming down on him. What does your wife look like? She don't look like Mayor de Blasio's wife. And Mayor de Blasio's wife is not a mulatto. She couldn't pass for white with a white mask on. So when he married her, he had to come into the black experience. He's different from the rest of you white people. He gave that black woman, and she gave him not a white son. Look at that boy. You see that afro? Now he got to protect that boy from his own people who hate black. So when he became the mayor, he didn't hate the police, but he had to teach his son how to guard against that kind of policeman that would kill his son. Now, I'm going back to Giuliani for a minute. This ain't never going to be published until the Final Call publishes it. Mayor Giuliani said 93% of those of us who are killed by black people. Is he lying? Look how many people, black youth, that we send to the hospital on every weekend. Come on. See, you tell white folk black lives matter, but the question is, do our lives matter to you? And when you answer that question, you put the gun down or refigure how you're going to point it. Mayor de Blasio came into office not pandering to the black vote, but understanding what black people suffer in New York City under police that have run amok. Oh, I'm going to go back to our president and Giuliani again. Hey, he didn't grow up like us. You're damn right he didn't. Because his face is black. He understands what America has been to dark people. And he understood the error that America made in its foreign policy objectives that robbed nations of the earth of their wealth. So when he came in, he had a desire to help America. That's right. By admitting we did something wrong. And the moment he said we did something wrong, Giuliani said, see, he was talking down on America. Well, hell, you better come see me then. Because I ain't no president and I'm not running from you or none like you. America been wrong as two left feet. I'm almost finished. So God is resorting to physical force. How is God resorting to physical force? How is God fighting away the institutions that are so powerful they stand against those of us who speak truth to power but have no power to have power, expect and accept the truth? So these conferences, I have to tell you, you just sharpen your sword, but you won't use it on them. You develop these tremendous arguments with your legalese. This is vanity. I'll show them. I'll go into court and show them how wrong they are. And they hear your arguments, and then they come down totally opposite the truth of your argument. Here's a man. Stand up, my dear brother. Howard Morgan.
Thank you, Minister.
And look at this. Come with me. Brother Howard is a policeman. What was the? You were what kind of a policeman?
Chicago, 8.5 years. BNSF Railroad, 13 years.
He's a policeman. Do you have a right to wear a weapon?
I did.
You did?
Yeah.
Oh, not now,
Not
sure. But he was stopped by police who didn't know, they said they didn't, that he was a policeman, had a right to have a gun. How many times did they shoot you?
28.
28 times. He survived. But because he didn't die, they had to kill him another way. So they brought him to court. The first time, it was a hung jury, wasn't it?
Hung jury, but I was acquitted of discharging a weapon, so it shouldn't have been a second trial.
Shouldn't have been a second trial.
Right.
But justice is what you were seeking. But the forces of falsehood didn't care nothing about your truth.
No.
They are entrenched. That's my point. So the second trial, they found him guilty of that which they found him innocent of the first trial and sent you to prison for how many years?
I spent 3 years, 10 months.
But what was the...
But they were giving me 40 years.
That's what I'm talking about. Shot him 28 times, gave him prison for 40 years. See, this is what black folks suffer in this country every day. And you non-white people, you don't have a damn idea what it is to be black in white America. Oh, well, you Negroes ought to just suck it up. But if the shoe was on your foot, see, that's why you don't like that law. Do unto others as you really want somebody to do unto you, and that is going to happen and is happening as we speak. What they have done is now coming back. Now eat the food that you prepared. See, you can't take that. But you might as well suck it up. I'm going to tell you how you can escape it, but it's a slim chance. But I'm going to give it to you anyway. Thank you, Brother Howard. May Allah bless you. How you doing? You all right? Just a few more minutes. Now listen. Your children are not like you, parents. They're different. The rappers, oh man. They rapped on the condition of the hood, but they're all becoming conscious now. And white folks are upset. I had a talk with Kanye West, and he visited me at our farm. Just he. But we had a good talk. I know that there's a better world coming. I know that there's a world coming that the color of your skin, as Dr. King said, is not going to be the ticket in. It's your desire to do righteousness. Now, I want you to hear this. Brother Kanye came to visit me, and he brought his wife and his little daughter. It was a beautiful meeting. A lot of my people, you really are very sick. You judge me with the stupidity of your sick minds. But I'm just going to tell you a few things because you're not going to get away with mistreating me. I love you. And I've never sent nobody to harm anyone who has a problem with me. Though these brothers and sisters, they would kill concrete if I directed them that way. There's no black leader in America Farrakhan toured this country because I know what Reagan was planning and Bush. Not only against Muslim countries, but black youth and drugs. I called for 1 million men, and nearly 2 million showed up. Now, some of you, if you had 2 million men show up, you would blow up. Because, oh my God, look at that. Oh, I must be Superman. Oh. But he got some kryptonite for your backside. See, 2 million men is an army that if I was an ignorant leader, I would have ignited 2 million, and death and destruction would have been in the streets of America, but you never would have got to the streets, because right underground they had enough soldiers, and the media was there in case we did anything stupid to kill us wholesale. In fact, the police authorities told Brother Sharif and others, if anything happens, we have a route of escape for Minister Farrakhan. When he came back to tell me about my route of escape, I literally told him, if you put your hands on me, because it's their duty to get me, like any principal, out of the line of fire. That's their duty. I said, if you put your hands on me, I'll kill you myself. Now, wait a minute. You don't know me yet. I said, you tell them that if anything go on that day, I will die with my people. So in conclusion, 3 little Muslim girls, I'm sorry, 2 Muslim girls and a boy killed in North Carolina. When I listened to the father and when I listened to the sister that represented them, I could never feel such beauty and purity that came from those Muslims. They wanted to show America, we're happy to be here. We don't want no vengeance. We just want this not to go on again. And I'm sitting there listening. And I'm not with you all in cowardice or weakness. Wait a minute. See, that wolf came to their door. And they opened the door the first time. He pulled back his coat to show them his gun. See, that's a wolf. You a sheep. The wolf come and show you his teeth. That's the time to knock them damn teeth out of his mouth. Let me tell you something. See, if we whipped his behind then he come back, we'll kill him the next time. They ain't coming back no more. They want to live. They love life like we love death. You like killing your own. When that wolf show you his teeth, you better be ready to show him you're not afraid of his teeth. Now listen. These Muslims, ISIL, beheading Christians, beheading, putting people in flames and burning them in cages. And if you go along with the West, in their mind, you're a traitor. and they're exacting death. I don't know. I read in the scripture, God talking, I'm going to bring a people from a far country that love neither silver nor gold. Their only mind is to lay thee low. I'm going to bring them God talking, because this is the day of justice. What you sent out, damn it, you might as well be ready. It's coming on home, like Malcolm said. These chickens is coming home to roost. This is the day of battle. Gather all nations down into the valley of Jehoshaphat. There will I plead with them for my people, whom they have sold. God is marching today. Boston, have you dug out yet? Is it cold enough for you now? Planes can't fly. Ambulance can't come. Police cars can't ride. Too much snow. See, you don't control that. The Bible says, I stored up snow in the north to bring down in the day of battle. This is the day. It's going to get rough and rougher. Snow on the East Coast, flood on the West, fire, tornadoes, hurricane, earthquakes. You ain't seen nothing yet. Nothing. They asked Elijah Muhammad, is America coming out of the Middle East? He answered in one word. He said, yes. They asked him, is there going to be bloodshed? He said, plenty. You can't kill as many people as the enemy has killed and expect to ride into paradise with no scars. You've earned death. You've earned the judgment of God and the weapon of justice to be used against you. You've earned it. Now to Muslims who say we follow the Honorable Elijah Muhammad. See, those of us in positions of authority, we have to be very careful. See, because some of us get drunk off of a little authority. And we feel good exercising authority on sheep that have no desire to fight you. But the Mahdi came not to set down some tyrants. Say it again. One more time. So if you think you can escape by being a tyrant, you will not live too long. Because what you sent out is already at your door. So preachers, Be careful how you treat the flock of God and how you preach to the flock of God. It ain't about what we can extract to give us a good living at their expense. It's what can we do to make a better life for those whom we serve. The Bible said, woe to the shepherd who feeds himself and not the flock. Should not the shepherd feed the flock? Be careful. Slanderous tongues. Be careful. It's at your door now. See, and I want to just encourage you to be careful. Yes. My brother's on a little monitor, and they're watching. But I think he got the message, though. Maybe I'll come back next week. At Mosque Mariam. Because I want you to understand what's happening in the Middle East. It's not an accident that somebody is rising up to be a Khalifa. Next week, we'll talk about what's coming. And I'll close with one statement. There is no way that Africa will be free as long as Europe has power. God is going to destroy the power of Europe and America. You will not terrorize nobody much longer, because the day of terror for you has arrived. In the book of Luke, it says, the sea and the waves are roaring. And you see signs in the sun and the moon and the stars, and men's hearts failing them with fear for what they see coming upon the earth. You that love terror, you that burn crosses to terrorize black people, you that bring your police force, call for backup to terrorize us. Be careful. Your day has come. I would advise every police chief, there are good policemen. There are policemen who are there to serve and protect. But the rogue cops, police chiefs, have to vet the force and get rid of them. Otherwise, the evil that they do will bring the consequences of their evil down on the heads who seek to serve and protect. This is the day of judgment. This is the day when justice will roll down the mountain like a mighty stream. This is the day when those who are deprived will know the joy of justice, that they may be free. So where there is no justice, there will be no peace. And if there are those who are too weak to preach the truth, then you will go down with the enemy that you are trying to protect by your cowardice. I thank you all for listening, and I pray that Allah will bless each and every one of you and grant you protection and peace. Thank you for listening. Assalamu alaikum.